tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here next year.
Hey guys! Hi! So today we're going to be doing Christmas gift DIYs, and we have created 4 different Christmas gift DIY ideas for you. We have a wide variety of gift ideas that we worked really hard on, and we really hope that you enjoy it. So let's get started. The first gift idea is DIY state or country art, which is perfect for someone who lives far away, loves room decor, or is just really into a certain state or country. The first thing you will need is a frame, and I'm just taking out the sample photo from inside the frame to make sure that the paper that I'm using for the background of my art is the same size. After that is all sorted, I'm making sure that the state stencil fits the way I want it to on the page. And you can find stencils online pretty much of anything. You can use different countries too, so if you don't live in the US or don't want to do a state, you can definitely still do this DIY with a country. And after I'm sure that my stencil is the perfect size, I'm just cutting out the whole state from the page. And I decided to not use this stencil as an actual stencil, but you can definitely do it that way too. So I'm just coating the entire state with Elmer's glue using a paintbrush, and you really want to make sure that you cover the entire state with glue so there are no bare patches. Once I'm done covering the state with glue, I'm just transferring it over to a fresh piece of paper so that it doesn't get stuck. Then I'm covering the entire state with tons of gold glitter, and I'm just leaving it to dry for at least a couple of hours. Once it is dry, I'm just gonna go and shake off the extra glitter, which I did put back in the container, don't worry, and then I left it to dry for a little bit longer. Once it is completely dry, I'm just using a glue stick to attach it to photo paper, and I found that using liquid glue made it bubble up and caused the paper to wrinkle, so I found this method way more effective. Since I want it to be very flat, I'm just leaving it overnight under a pile of heavy books. And once it is dried, you are done! Just put it in the frame of your choice and you're good to go. I think that this is a gorgeous piece of decor. You can really personalize it for different tastes and different people, and it also just looks really pretty in a room. If glitter really isn't a style you think your loved one would like, I came up with a different and much easier alternative. So what you're gonna do is just take a piece of scrapbook paper of your choice and use the sample photo from inside the frame as a guide. So first, I'm just gonna trace the sample paper with a pencil on the back of the scrapbook paper, and then I'm going to cut it out. Setting that aside for now, I'm coating the stencil with glue before actually cutting the whole state out. And then I'm just turning it around and gluing it to a piece of newspaper. And make sure for this that your paper is slightly see-through so that you can see the lines of your stencil, which you can follow when cutting it out, which makes it a lot easier. And after that, once it's cut out, I'm just gluing it onto the scrapbook paper. To make it more personal, I cut out a little heart to mark where LA is, and hearts are just a really cute way to mark specific places that may be special to whoever you're giving this gift to. And then I'm just popping that bad boy into a frame and it's all done! This DIY is super inexpensive. I actually already had all of the supplies for this in my house, and the frames are both from the dollar store. You can really personalize it too, so if you know someone who's super into football, you could use their football team's colors or logo. You could also use a photo of the two of you, magazine clippings, their favorite quote, or essentially whatever you want to make it really personal. This DIY is a Christmas cookie tube. It's pretty simple. You're gonna need an empty Pringles can, some wrapping paper, tape, and scissors. So the first step is to measure your wrapping paper to the dimensions of the Pringles can and trim the paper to fit it. Tape your wrapping paper to the can. When you are done with the packaging, you either have to bake or buy cookies to fill your tube. Then proceed to layer your cookies one on top of the other inside the tube. You can decorate your cookie tube any way you want and make it really personal. I honestly think this is a perfect gift for anybody on a budget to give to friends with a sweet tooth. This next gift idea is a tea time gift basket, and this is the perfect gift for anybody who loves a good cup of tea. The first thing that you will need is a basket. However, I found that baskets in the size that I needed were pretty expensive, and I wasn't about to spend $6 on something that was just going to sit at the back of my friend's closet. So I just decided to use a turkey tray that I bought at the dollar store for only $1, and I'm just wrapping it in red wrapping paper. You can also, of course, use a shoebox or really any container that you would like, but if you have that extra money to spend and want to use a basket, you can definitely go ahead and skip this step. Make sure that you are using a lot of tape and are pulling the wrapping paper really tight so that it looks polished and doesn't fall apart. It also doesn't matter what the inside looks like because we're going to be taking care of that with some white tissue paper. And scrunching up some tissue paper inside of the tray makes it look way more presentable and also gift basket-like. And it also props up everything that we're going to put inside of the tray. The first thing that I'm putting in is a teacup, and I got this teacup at TJ Maxx and I thought it was a perfect gift for my friend Sophie. The next thing that I'm putting in is a packet of scone mix. Scones are a necessity for afternoon tea, so I thought it would be the perfect touch. And of course you've gotta have tea for a tea time gift, so I'm using this black tea with the most amazing packaging from World Market. I also found these adorable mini jams for the scones at World Market, which were only 99 cents each, which I thought was an amazing price for such good quality and adorable jams. From this point on, what you put in is optional. I am putting in some pastry cookies, a Lady Walton's chocolate wafer cookie, ginger snaps, some Uplatin cookies, almond roca, and lastly, some shortbread. So I purchased all of these treats from the World Market and I thought that they were the perfect addition to this basket. If you want to include something non-edible, I also included a nail polish. To tie it into the tea time theme, I just typed up Pinky Up on a Word document, printed it out, and cut it into a strip. Then I put glue on the area that wouldn't be touching the nail polish lid, and then I just put it around the nail polish. To make the label look cuter, I cut out a triangular shape which made it look like a little flag. To make this look even more like a gift basket, I am wrapping it all up using clear cellophane and some festive ribbon. Then you're all done. I think that this gift is so adorable and I love how you can make it super personal with what mug you use and what treats you include. This gift cost me under $30, which I thought was very reasonable for how much it included, but you can also make it even more affordable by only including the basics for tea time. This last DIY gift idea is a homemade chocolate box. First, I took an empty hot chocolate tin and prepped it for spray paint by wrapping duct tape around all the parts of the tin I didn't want to spray paint. I also stuck some paper towel in the tin as a simple way of stopping the spray paint from staining the bottom of the tin. I then went outside and made myself a spray painting station by laying down paper bags. Next, I took my white matte spray paint and sprayed 2 coats of spray paint on the hot chocolate tin and let it dry overnight. For the chocolates, I melted dark chocolate chips in a saucepan and then transferred the melted chocolate into a small bowl. Using these chocolate molds that I purchased at a local craft store, I took a paintbrush and evenly coated each individual capsule in 2 layers of melted chocolate. Make sure to make the walls of the chocolates thick or they won't pop out of the molds. I then melted milk chocolate chips in the same way that I melted the dark chocolate, and repeated the previous steps but with a different set of molds so that I could have a diverse chocolate box, but you don't have to make 2 types of chocolates. When I finished coating both chocolate molds, I set them to harden for a couple of hours until the chocolate was completely solid. Then it was time to add my fillings. I made 2 types of fillings, a peppermint filling and a caramel type filling. You can fill your chocolates with whatever you like, but I will link these recipes down below if you want to try them. Add a little bit of filling to each chocolate. Then, on top of the filling, add a little bit of melted chocolate, sealing the whole thing. After waiting a couple hours until the chocolate was completely solid, I popped them out of their molds. Finally, I stuffed the tin can I spray painted the day before with red tissue paper, and then, after placing my chocolates in these festive red wrappers, I put some of the chocolates in the tin and closed it tight with the lid. You can decorate your chocolate box any way you want, but I decorated mine with this pretty red ribbon. And that's it, guys. That's how you make this adorable chocolate box that's perfect for any chocolate lover. This gift is probably around $18 and is a great way to show someone you care. So we hope you like this video, guys. If you recreate any of these ideas, please please do send them to us on Twitter or Instagram. Just tag us in those pictures because we would really love to see your recreations. And also comment down below which gift idea was your favorite. Follow us on all our social media, which includes Tumblr, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. And give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe!